Alright everybody, welcome back to Chapter 2 of Valkyrie Profile and our first hard mode dungeon, the Salerno Academy. So when last I left you guys, we had the... we were almost done with the puzzle, and so I think there's only a couple of rooms left. We'll see. I know I still need to find that flame jewel, though. Very important that I do not leave without that. Although I could come back and get it. I don't want... I mean, you know. That's the thing. That's the thing about this dungeon. So, another cool thing about this game is that you really don't need to grind. And you don't have... You can't really. Like... You know what I mean? It's, like, the only way you could grind in this game is if you went back into previously cleared dungeons. Like, if we beat this dungeon, and I leave it, and then I come back inside, all of the enemies will have respawned. There won't be any treasure or, you know, the boss, obviously. And I don't know how the puzzle would work. I think it would probably still be operational, like all of the interactable portions of it. Anyway, I think I just get an element scepter? Yes. All right. Give me that sweet tome of alchemy. You can't just keep doing that because, like, you know, it takes up periods. It takes 2 whole periods in a dungeon. So that's actually like a really poor use of your time. And the game is set up very well to where you really don't need to do that. So, like, you know, if you needed another reason to love this game, like, I mean, there it is. You really, there's no grinding. Which isn't to say I have a problem with grinding. It's certainly, I mean, God knows, like, I've done far more grinding than most other people would ever put up with in certain games, particularly Disgaea. There's the flame jewel, fuck yeah. Excuse me, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, this game's really good. It just really, it upsets me that it's not more... that it's not more well known and that it doesn't, I mean, I don't know. And what's really crazy is that, like, they won't even put this out on the PSN. Like, you know? This game would sell so well if they would put it out on the PSN. Because, I mean, other than what I'm doing, there's no other way to play this game other than PSP, unless you have an extremely clean and well taken care of copy of the game. You know, one out of the 72,998, because I have 2 of them. I know I'm an awful person. But it was so good that, like, when I lost the game, or when mine got too scratched to use, I went on eBay and bought another copy of it. Because back then I didn't have a, did not have a PC. Certainly not one as awesome as this one that I built with my own loving hands. So yeah, their opening battle comments are getting more and more cheeky as they, you know, as they level up. Okay. Was I really demanding that we stay? I mean, Jesus. Chill out, Valkyrie.
To my side, my noble Einherjar. Now face a princess's true wrath.
pulling the mic back a little bit so I can
Oblivion awaits thee.
kick back and recline a little bit. Okay, let's see. Alright. I love the little noise it makes, like when you climb up and down the vine. It's very... It sounds very... That's so neat, and it's so not necessary. That's a very... I like that sound. It's a very gentle, kind of ASMR-y kind of sound. But it also sounds like it was very carefully picked. Wait a minute. Okay. Guess we can save. Oh, yeah, no, I want to see if there's anything else I can, let me see here. Let's see. Nothing's really, there's not really anything in here that's a must-have for this boss. I can't remember if this boss is difficult or not. I don't think it will be. But just in case, I'll go ahead and grab this for Valkyrie. A very good weapon, by the way. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is all 5 attacks. Nice. Okay, so everyone in the party now has their full combo except for Jun. I don't think actually that there is any... Yeah, and he can't equip the lightning edge or whatever it is. And I don't think the Demon Slayer works on this boss. It has no ether coating, so it must have been... I love that. That's such a nice little... I love how it explains it like that. I don't know. That I like that. I like that they thought to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to Frigid Damsel. Just because, you know, if I get lucky, maybe I'll freeze this motherfucker. I'm not gonna save, but I will do a... Hold on. I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna check the hotkeys again. It's gonna... do F10. I don't think I've used that one for a while. But yeah, let's see, is there any items I can use? Oh, well, yeah, there is an elixir from this, and an elixir from that. And none of these other ones... Oh, we got some... I feel like that's only usable by archers. I'm not sure. Oh. Well, we know it now, so we'll find out eventually. Ah, God. I don't want to leave this dungeon. I don't want to beat the boss, because then when I beat the boss, it's going to convert over to that lame... Yay, happy, you beat the dungeon. There's no enemies left. You're safe. Yeah, there's not really much else to do. I am, however, going to run over to this other room, though, because I think... No. Okay, yeah, that water... That's what forces you to go up over the thing. Over the vine, you know, onto the... You know, up the vine onto the roof. And then back down this vine. Is because if you go through that passage underneath the roof... or, I guess inside would be more accurate. it washes off your scent and you don't get to, you know, whatever. Anyway. Oh, it's a Harpy. The Flying Hag. I love that she says the Flying Hag, as though there aren't dozens of these in the game. And that Harpy also has a fairly shapely set of tits and definitely amazing thighs. I mean, look at those. Die, beast! Your abomination and insult to all natural birds. Aw. Look at Valkyrie going to bat for birdies.
Come to me, dark warriors. Battle awaits us.
Harpy, a difficult foe with faultless sword, but easily shot and taken down from a distance. Indirect attacks can be made with magic and bows, as well as skill, like a sorcerer's weight reaction for warriors. There is also throw. Alright, so Reflect Sorcery is basically... It is like Reflect. If I cast a spell on it right now, it will reflect back at me. However, just like magic can break a guard for melee attacks, if you land melee attacks and get, you know, and they're, you know, taking damage, oops, and they're, you know, taking damage, then their Reflect Shield doesn't hold up, and you can cast magic then, so.
It shall be engraved upon your soul.
Fuck yeah, here we go. Yeah, look at that.
You still breathe?
They grow tired of you. Finishing strike.
Bam. So you can see how much more damage they're doing now that I've got that attack power thing leveled up. Alright, so here's his PWS. Yeah, you like that? Look at that sea of numbers. Every RPG nerd's wet dream.
Did you think you could defeat me?
Yeah, that wasn't even fair. Fuck yeah. That's not. Yeah, that is not something that you always get. That was lucky. So I'm going to tell you what Bracelet of Zoe is, and you're going to be blown away, because you're going to be like, holy shit, something that overpowered this early in the game? Yeah, something that overpowered this early in the game. So what the Bracelet of Zoe does is every time you level up, in addition to all your stats going up like they normally do, you know, your baseline level up, stats go up, you get an additional flat like 200 HP on top of that every time you level up. And that, believe me, that fucking adds up a lot. And you know, you can distribute it with you know, experience or moving the Bracelet of Zoe around between characters, but you get more. There's not only one. What I'm trying to say. That's interesting. The awesome music is still playing. I hate sitting through that, you know. Oh, damn it. It's like the da-na-na-na from Zelda, only it takes even longer. That is also awesome. Hell yeah. Okay. Sweet. Oh my god, awesome, 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 awesome. So the Holy Grail also gives you a, that would have been there either way, I just forgot about it, so that's not giving me a particular advantage. Yeah, the Holy Grail, every chapter, it's not going to do in this chapter because we're already in the chapter, but every time you advance to a new chapter, the Holy Grail will leave a holy drop for you in your, it'll generate basically a holy drop for you in your inventory. and that holy drop, you give it to any one of your characters, and they get a permanent boost to all their stats. It's small, but you know, it adds up. Yes. So I went back and checked the game fact guide I was reading, and there actually isn't a lot of treasure in that dungeon, you know, relatively speaking. It's only, you know, about less than a dozen items to pick up in there, but I don't know, maybe I didn't get lucky with that bracelet of Zoe, but I feel like I did. I don't think that's a guaranteed drop. But, I mean, I don't think anything's a guaranteed drop. I think it really depends on how hard you beat the shit out of the enemy. You know, the more likely it is you knock treasure out of them, pretty much. Anyway, we're only like 15 minutes into this episode. Let me see here. There is, yeah, there's not really much else to do. Like I said, not going to do the Caves of Oblivion right now. I'm going to go through, you know, towards the end of the game and, you know, try and burn through all of them with the excess sort of chapters left over. I think, well, I don't know. I might start doing them in Chapter 4. Or I guess Chapter 5 would be more accurately halfway through the game. So we'll do the first 4 chapters and ignore them, and then starting on the second 4 chapters, I will start checking them out, and because I think by then I'll probably be at a decent enough power level to where I can go in there and, you know, stand a fighting chance. Even if I run into something crazy powerful, I'll probably still be able to, you know, I'll make save states. It'll be fine. Anyway, so, Valkyrie didn't level up. Well, she would. Yeah, and then off screen, I think it was off screen. Yeah, I added more attack power. Well, I maxed Valkyrie's attack power, so there will not be any further giant leaps in her damage now. So we're already at the plateau with her. We'll continue to get a little bit more from the fight stat, and obviously from weapon upgrades and leveling up, but you know, this attack power status skill and the magic power status skill for mages are really, you know, they really stack up very effectively and give you a really nice big power boost in the opening parts of the game. The difficult part for, like, you know, if you were playing this when it came out and, you know, you were teenager or preteen, I can't remember how old I was. I don't think I was in my teens yet. I think I was 12, maybe 13. I think I was 13. I want to say I was 13. Might have been. No, I was 12. I remember. Yeah, I was 12 when I started playing this game. So, yeah, no, I didn't really think to read all of this and really kind of look at it closely. I didn't pay that much attention to stats as a child, you know? So I really didn't know how big of an advantage I could give myself early on in the game, and how overpowered I could get, and how much of a jump I could get on, like, character progression by knowing what all these do and prioritizing the ones that are good. Like, you know, for melee characters, I mean, survival and fight are good for everybody, and so is Avoid. And Hear Noise is basically just like a weaker version of Avoid. Raises your agility, but anyway. I'll go ahead and, you know what, I actually don't need to do this right now. I'm going to go ahead and, is there anything else I need to do? I'm trying to think. I don't think so, but just in case. make another save state, and we'll go ahead and hop on over to the Sacred Phase. That wasn't so bad. Second chapter went by way faster than the first one. I mean, that's just because of the introduction, honestly. Yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, let's do it. All right, Freya, tell me how awesome I am.
It has been a long time, Lenneth. Our current situation is as follows.
So yeah, now you see, like, first chapter, I think we went up +1, and the Vanir army just either stayed the same or went down by 1. But now, second chapter, send another character up, that character's a badass, and yeah, we're getting a +2, and they're getting a -2. I don't know what other forces is or how it matters.
The enemy is fighting ferociously. We must take care. Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar? You wish to know his...
There's something. In some of these cutscenes, you get to see other gods. Aesir. Bonus, you wear a cloak of elegance. Yeah, nah, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I thought maybe.
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar? Lenneth, about your performance. It is magnificent.
Hell yeah, it's magnificent. Give me my treasure.
These are all the materialized points I can grant you.
Yeah,
at this
fork it
time.
over, baby.
The Lord Odin is pleased with
I'll
you.
bet he is. I keep stealing his shit.
He bids me give you these artifacts.
By all means. Nice. Got another emerald necklace. That'll be good.
Lenneth, I have a request to make of you. We need archers. Send us someone who can strike from a distance. We need an Einherjar who can gather intelligence. Send us an Einherjar skilled at reconnaissance. May fate guide your hand. I pray for your good fortune.
Nice. So, I forgot that she asks for an archer this chapter. Shit. This chapter I'm going to wait until the end to send somebody up, and I'm going to do a quick save and see if I can send somebody up that isn't an archer but is otherwise amazing, and see if it changes my rewards at all. I don't think it will. I think if anything, I might get one less artifact, or maybe like, you know, a couple hundred less materialized points, but honestly, off the top of my head, I don't think so. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what we're gonna get.
Castle, look out!
It's a miracle. They left this one intact. Behold thee, grand sting, forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained.
But that doesn't mean we should just throw our lives away. Come on out! Show your face!
It's Gary! Go get him, Gary.
See, you're not the only one who's sad. But you have to be strong.
I can't stand to hear kids cry.
This is, yeah, okay, this is actually another really sad one. Really sad one. Yeah.
I'd follow any of the king's orders. I am so proud of you, my son. You have been knighted, made part of the king's inner circle. I did not run from my duty. That coward! He ran away with his tail between his legs.
So basically, in chapters 2, 3, and 4, there are a handful of characters that appear randomly in each of those. Oh god, that dungeon's a bitch. So like Jun, we got him in chapter 2, but he can also randomly appear in this chapter or as late as chapter 4. And same with a number of other characters. I think most of the ones that you get in these in chapters 2, 3, and 4 are like can vary basically. Let's go ahead and see. I almost fast forwarded through that because I didn't think there'd be anyone else. Didn't seem like there is. Yeah. No more dungeons? Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. Alright. Let me see here. I'm concerned now. Wait, was there really only one dungeon? That doesn't seem right. There's only the Clockwork Mansion and... Oh, no, there is another one. Okay, no, I forgot. Okay. The, No, that's not where I want to go. Oh, yeah, I was gonna read you guys the description on the, Salerno Academy, because it's, you know, for immersion, right? The Sorcerer of Flintsburg once conducted black magic experiments on plants here. The wizard is long gone and the facilities are in disrepair, but the area is threatened by the experimental plants that were created. It seems evil forces are gathering there. Yeah. Not anymore, they aren't. Bitch. Alright. Where was I gonna... Oh, yeah, I gotta go. Hey, aren't you Yanis? That's a Roman name. What is he doing in Midgard? Oh, I guess Gunther is a pretty... I won't say... I'm not sure that that's Scandinavian. It sounds more mainland Germanic. I'm not 100% sure. Hey man, what are you doing here anyway? This place is for worthy warriors, ain't it? Ain't no place for cowards. Oh, jeez. That went from friendly to, asshole very quickly. Jeez. Make the whole screen shake, why don't you? What an asshole. When you return now. So basically, this is a whole different group of people from the folks that, like, Llewellyn was hanging out with. He was just like a, you know, he and his girlfriend were, you know, teenagers, just kids. These guys are like, you know.
I am so proud of you, my son. You have been knighted, made part of the king's inner circle.
Yeah, so not royalty, but part of the government, I guess. You know, he was knighted, and inner circle. What is this? The mafia? All right. So, who are you? teeth gritting constipation face. Quite the pose he struck there. Secret? Why do you immediately suspect that they're secret? Dude's outfit really bothers me. He kind of looks more like a noble woman. The sprite, anyway. Like maybe if a really bougie old lady had a mustache. Bert. Fuck off, Bert. Nobody cares. I love how he's named Bert and his name's Ernest. It's Bert and Ernie. I think that's the first time I noticed that before. I always thought their names were funny, but now that I look at them, I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Bert and Ernie. Not sure if that was intentional or not. It seems like it would have to be. You know, it's a choice to name a character Bert. And if you make that choice and then also name the other character Ernest, and it's even spelled the same way. I'm pretty sure Bert from, what is it, Sesame Street? Bert and Ernie? Pretty sure Bert was that character, that puppet. I don't remember which one's which, by the way. It was spelled with an E. I think most, like, when a human being and not a puppet has that name, I'm pretty sure it's B-U-R-T. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I feel like is the case. Anyway, so they shoot him with a bunch of arrows in the back.
I heard he wanted to get reinstated as a knight. Ridiculous.
Okay.
Huh, that coward! He ran away with his tail between his legs.
Still not 100% clear on what happened. I know we get clarification at some point, though.
I just wanted to make my father proud. For him, I'd follow any of the king's orders.
Even if the work is dishonorable.
I was stripped of the rank of knight and forced out of the city. 10 years. I didn't return for 10 years. I was worried about my father. But he...
Do you not know something as simple as your own place? Nonetheless, you are chosen. You now owe your soul to the gods.
I still don't 100% get what happened there. I'll have to, like, wiki it or some shit. Like, he got some order from the king and had to do something dishonorable and run away, or he didn't want to do the thing that was dishonorable and ran away from that. And, because obviously he fled from something or did something that was perceived as, you know, whatever. Anyway, we gotta go back in there because, you go back to his house and you get a Raven Slayer, which is, you know, like the Dragon Slayer and the Demon Slayer. Those are swords. The Raven Slayer will kill birds and harpies and stuff like that. Like, not just like the stupid little birds that we were fighting in that dungeon, but like any flying enemy at all, anything that's off the ground. It'll one-shot those pretty nicely. Sealed her away so she would never again be used. Well, she's gonna get used now. Alright. Let's get out of here and go get the next person. And, it's actually pretty solid. This is the same episode where I killed the Harpy, isn't it? I don't think I've cut yet. That's cool. I'm trying to arrange things so that I stop and dick around in the menu as little as possible, like, on screen. So yeah, go here and get... Yeah. I think? Yeah. This is the one that's really sad. And kind of fucked up, too. What did Ward say? Like, how would you describe a village, like, completely stripped of life and just laid to waste, and, like, everybody that was alive turned to stone? Like, how else can you describe that other than tragic? How can you describe that in a way that is unlike tragic? Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about various, mythological creatures that can turn things to stone, either with a gaze or, with whatever. Cockatrice and a basilisk. Cockatrice is obviously more bird-like. Basilisk is more of a lizard, I think. And the Gorgon is obviously Medusa-esque. And they're like, nah, doesn't seem like that. Only the people were petrified, nothing else, and there isn't a single person that hasn't been shattered. That's... Oh, okay. I don't think they're gonna find any. Don't know what that means either. Okay. They're using a sword as a deadbolt. Casual's like, cool, free sword. If you remember, these two were the same that we saw with Laufer when we recruited him. And, he was obviously connected to Arngrim and his brother Roland. So, like, those, like, all these these two and Laufer are connected, basically, to Arngrim. They all knew him. They're all from that same, region of Midgard. Behold, Gransting, forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained. Absolute evil? No such thing. And we see this tiny little girl turned to stone. Oh, and she's left intact. Cashel, bring me the potion. Come on, Gary. Kid released evil. She was probably just playing around. And you think it's odd finding a little girl here? Yeah, that sucks. No need to depetrify her right now. Can't stand it. Wow. I guess you're right. Maybe we should heal her once we're outside town. Oh yeah, because if they depetrified her, she would have to see literally every single person she knows broken up into stone pieces outside. Oh yeah, it's that music I like. Like I said, it comes back in cutscenes. Wouldn't that have been pleasant? Wait, what did he say? I had planned to awaken that girl 100 years hence as a reward for releasing me. Aw. Wouldn't that have been pleasant? Wow. That's some seriously villainous phrasing. I don't even really know if I'd call that an act good. I guess it's... Oof. Owie. I felt that. It's fucking Matrix style fall here. Vile, I've got to protect it. Oh no.
This is what is most important to you?
Valkyrie is really disdainful in like the first few chapters. I don't know.
A Valkyrie? I'm not sure. I was so obsessed with it. All I can say is, I guess it was.
Why wouldn't you be obsessed with it? It was...
You have earned the right to live.
I mean, he was worried about the girl. Obviously, if the potion breaks, they can't cure anybody of the petrification. Right to life, wow. He's not really gonna live, technically. It didn't break. Miracle? Miracle. Okay. This poor girl. Like, everybody around her keeps dying.
See, you're not the only one who's sad. But you have to be strong. Kasha will only grieve if you cry.
Not the most believable crying, but still kind of sad, especially with that horrible music. Not horrible, but sad music. Okay. Anyway, so that does it for recruiting. And with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode and do all of my buying shit and you know, distributing experience, orb experience, getting everyone brought up to speed. The other thing I'm going to do, and this is just for full disclosure, I'm going to go into Brahm's castle, and probably, I can't remember, but probably not view the cutscene or fight the boss, because those impact the hard mode ending. Or not hard mode. Has the good ending and playing on hard mode are independent of each other. You can get the good ending playing on normal mode too. You just can't get it playing on easy. I don't think you can get it playing on easy. I can't remember. Yeah, no, you can't get it playing on easy. You can get the best ending playing on normal or hard. What hard mode is that it gives you access to the post-game secret dungeon. So, and that just, all that does is require you, there's nothing spoilery about that. All that you have to do is collect the flame jewels from all the hard mode dungeons. Yeah, I'm gonna go in here just to clear the place out of treasure and monsters and then leave. So I'll make sure that you guys see when, because I'll have to go back through it anyway to get through the to get through the cutscene, which I do need to watch for the best ending, but I can't remember if I need to watch it now or if it's a few more chapters down the line. I'll explain that later. But either way, you guys will see it. I'm just going to be going here to clear out treasure, and I'll figure out if I need to actually go look at the boss or not. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and take care.